All right, I'm gonna tell you the real reasons why the Lions been failing this past decade. It has nothing to do. Well, it has a little bit to do with our quarterback, but it's not all our quarterback fault. And speaking of our quarterback, Matthew Stafford, man, like he the all-time leading passer for the Lions. I mean, numbers don't always tell the whole story when it comes to a player, but he haven't never won a division title, never won a playoff game, never been a divisional game or nothing like that. But can that time change this year? I want to see what he gonna do this year. Now, some of his failures is his own, but a lot of them is not. I say it's about 40% him, about 35-40% him on the reason why this team is failing, but it's not all him. It's a lot of factors on why this team is failing. And what a fan with a common sense and a fan with a brain would know that. Now, this 2010 draft, the reason why I'm going 2010 because we already know who they drafted in 2009. But and Dominican Sue was our first pick, and he was a great pick for us. Java Best was a great pick for us until he got them concussions and had it in his career early. Amari Spivey was horrendous as a draft pick. Jason Fox didn't do nothing. Willie Young was absolutely terrible. And yeah, so this is one of the reasons why the Lions can win. Outside of Sue and Best, this draft really isn't great. It really isn't. Even Best, you can't even say he was great because he never played that long. This is 2011. 2011, Nick Fairley was our first pick. He was all right for us, but he didn't have the work ethic that much, and he always got out of shape, and he went to jail once or twice for DUI. Titus Young, he a head case, biggest clown in football history. Enough said. Third round or second round, Mikael LaShore. He also got in trouble, and I believe he tore his ACL. No, he tore his Achilles his real rookie season. So 2012, Riley Reef, he was mediocre at best. Let's be real here. He was not all that. Ryan Broyles, bust, big bust. At least Reef did something. He was at least average. Bill Bentley ain't do anything. Um, Lewis didn't do anything. Donnell Lewis. Tahir Whitehead, oh my God. Probably one of the worst linebackers I ever seen in my life. I don't care what spot you put him at. He just cannot do the job right. He's not good in the middle. He's not good on the wheel or in the sound. He's terrible. Period. The Raiders seeing that now. Chris Greenwood haven't done nothing. The rest of these players done absolutely nothing in this league. They're nobodies. They're absolutely nobodies. What have they done in this league? Absolutely nothing. And this draft really hurt the Lions more than people want to let on. The 2012 draft. This really hurt the Lions and it set us back for years. Because this was one of the worst draft classes I ever seen. This is one of the worst draft classes in the past 20 years. And I'm not even kidding. It's up there with the Joey Harrington draft class. It's that bad. It's really that bad. Now let's go to 2013. Ezekiel Ansah, great pick, but the last couple of years he's been struggling with injuries. He still got the talent. I see the talent there. I never question his talent. I question his durability. And I don't care how much talent you got. Availability is the best ability. Darius Slay, we picked him the fourth pick in the second round, 36. All Pro Bowl line, All Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. Well, I don't know if he's all pro, but he a Pro Bowl safety. I should say that. He a pretty good player. He might be a Hall of Famer. I don't know. Larry Warford, he doing way better with the Saints than he did with us. I mean, he was decent with us for a little bit, but then Joe Lombardi went up and changed the scheme up to like run. We started running more zone in the run game, and it didn't work for him. He's more of a power blocker. That's why the Lions let him go. It's not because he didn't have the talent. Devin Taylor he had a good game or two. He was the reason why that Aaron Rodgers got that BS Hail Mary. Now, 2014 draft class. Eric Ebron. I call him E-Bum. I call him E-Drop. Whatever you want to call him. Well, Colts fans, I guess they happy with him or whatever, but he can't catch the ball still. I don't care what nobody say. He can't. Until he improve his catching ability, I'm going to still call him E-Drop. Kyle Van Noy, he went to another team, which is the Patriots, and won 2 Super Bowls. He won 2 Super Bowls in this stint. Travis Swanson. Travis Swanson, one of the worst centers I've seen in my life. He can't block nothing. And the thought of me a couple years ago actually saying I want Travis Swanson starting over Raiola, I look like an absolute fool. Because this guy can't block nothing. He couldn't even block Ryan Shazier. And Ryan Shazier like 225, 230 pounds. And this guy like 320 something. And you can't even block this guy. And they was rushing 3 and he still knock you on your butt. And he knocked you on your butt onto your quarterback. Pathetic. Never lost in the worst corner in NFL history. Enough said. I'm glad we released him. Terrible. Larry Webster not even in the league no more. Karan Reed not even in the league no more. TJ Jones still on the team, but he's the number 4 receiver. And Nate Freeze. I forgot about Nate Freeze. Nate Freeze is the worst kicker to ever come out of college. This dude, he kicked frisbees, man. He kicked spaceships when he kicked the field goal. He had a terrible season when it comes to I swear to goodness, he cost us a couple games in 2014. Now, 2015, Laken Tomlinson, probably the worst guard to ever come out of a draft class ever, in my opinion. I can't believe we drafted a guy out of a basketball school. Like, this guy can't block for nothing. He can't run block. He can't pass block. He can't block his zone. He can't do nothing. This is terrible. That's why we traded him to the 49ers, and he's still not good. A mere fumbler, a fumdula. I thought he was gonna be something a little special, but he was the worst running back. Under his will, he got injured in 2016 in the second game against the Titans, and he was never the same since. But even still, we still have one of the worst rushing attacks in the league with Laken Tomlinson and Amir Abdullah as our 2 first picks. Alex Carter is a bum. He is terrible. The worst. I don't even know. He didn't even make the team, dog. He couldn't even make special teams because he's scared to tackle. That's sad. He was the only corner I ever seen in my life screaming for help to tackle somebody. Gabe Wright, he not even in the league no more. Michael Burton, I don't know what team he on anymore. The only pick we got from this draft still is Quandre Diggs. Everybody else either out the league or off this team. So this is a very forgettable draft class, and this in 2012 was the worst draft classes we had in this decade. I'm sorry. It is. It is the absolute worst. The worst. This one in 2012. I don't know which one worse. And none of them players still on the team no more. They are not in the league no more. Or they, like, I don't know. They just on other teams on the bench or something. I don't know. But this is the worst draft class in a decade. 2016. Bob Quinn's first draft. I'm not about to go over everybody. I'm just briefly go over this. Taylor Decker. He had a little struggles this year, but I hope he picks it up this upcoming season. He was pretty good his rookie year, but he was okay this year, but he had his struggles, though. A'Shawn Robinson, he finally started to break out a little bit this year when Snacks Harrison came over, and he basically helped out A'Shawn. So A'Shawn had no help on the other defensive tackle position until Snacks came in, and A'Shawn was able to eat. Third round, Grant Glasgow, he's okay. Like, he's an okay center. He's better than Swanson, though. I give you that. He's better than Swanson. And Swanson's soft. Joe Dahl, he was just a guy that's, a backup, a guy that can fill a position if really necessary. Miles Killebrew, I thought he was gonna be a beast. I thought he was gonna be knocking people out in the league, but all he referred to now is a special teamer. So, well, he still has some value. Antoine Williams, I felt like we gave up on him too early. We could have used him in special teams. We could have used him in a different package. Nah, Jared Davis, our first pick, and he been a solid pickup for us so far. It been pretty good. I mean, he went from one total scheme to another, and it's kind of challenging to learn it as a linebacker, learning different signals and everything like that. But I feel like he's going to be our T. Tabor. He's looking like a bust right now. I'm not going to lie to you. He's been getting barbecue chicken by people named BB, looking terrible. The worst game I seen Tabor in was against the Seahawks. That was the game I went to. That was awful. Kenny Galladay looking like the best pick in this draft so far. I don't know that's going to stand in the long run. Jalen Reese-Maybin, he don't look like he's going to be nothing. Michael Roberts look like a clown. In my eyes, Jamal Agnew is a beast as a punt returner / gadget running back receiver. Jeremiah Ledbetter, out the league, he out the league and stuff like that. But yeah, and Brad Kaya, aka Bob Felicia, is not even in the league no more. Yeah, man, that's basically what I gotta say about this draft class. But one thing, the head is out for T. Tabor. Now Frank Radnow, he looking like an absolute monster beast, savage beast, and yeah, I hope he become even better this upcoming season. I hope he don't have a drop back. Kerryon Johnson looked like an absolute steal in the draft, looking like the second best running back in the draft behind Saquon Barkley, looking like a beast. But he got hurt, even though I honestly felt like he could have played more games than he did. But the Lions chose to set him out anyway. Tracy Walker looked pretty good when he had the opportunity to actually be out there on the field, and he looked pretty decent in special teams. Deshaun Hand looked like a force to be reckoned with on the defensive line. He might not be a sack artist, but he's definitely going to cause some problems. Terrell Crosby fighting for a spot, and that's it. And the Lions' defenses over the years basically either been really mediocre or really shitty. I should say bad. But in 2014, we all know they had the number 2 defense in the league. It's going to show you on the screen that they had a number 2 defense and yards given up. Now, was they a real number 2 defense? That's yet to be seen, but, well, to be said, but they had a good defense that year nonetheless. 2015 and 16, they was 18th. 2017, they was 27th. And 2018, they was 10th in the league in total yards on defense. So, but our defense couldn't commit any turnovers, which was a big flaw in the Lions this year. So, with that being said, our turnover ratio to our giveaways and our turnover ratio was not pretty good at all in my eyes. Our rushing attack has been horrible throughout the whole decade. 2018, 23rd, 2017, last, 2016, 30th, 2015, 32nd, which is last, 2014, 28th, 2013, 17, 2012, 23rd, 2011, 29th, and 2010, 23rd. Our rushing attack has been really terrible. This is why this team can't succeed, because we don't have defense and running attack. And it's really hurting us right now, if you ask me. But that's all I got to say in this video. Let me know what you think. Peace.